Today, we're going to undertake a series of discussions with Ross McCarthy, a senior behaviourist. He's going to discuss with us some of the cases and some of the behavioural issues that we, as practitioners, deal with in the Canine and Feline Behaviour Association. Hello, Ross.
Hi.
I want to talk to you today about what brought you in to canine behaviour.
Really, it started in childhood. I was perhaps a little bit of a strange child that seemed to have this obsession or fascination with dogs. And I don't quite know where it came from because my family didn't have dogs as pets. And from that point, I moved on. Dogs became a hobby. So I went to training classes and things from a young age and got involved in different dog sports. And then fortunately, in my early 20s, I was lucky enough to find some work with a canine behaviourist, which not many people have the opportunity to do. So I was very fortunate, and as a part of that, I was assessing dogs. I had to assess about 500 dogs before I was allowed to sit in and observe consultations. And back then I was amazed at how complex cases were. I think I hadn't quite envisaged how extreme some of the problems could be and how varied they could be and how much impact they have on the lives of dog owners. So that was really interesting, and then I continued to observe a couple of hundred behaviour consultations, I think, and then I started slowly working on the lower level problems, so problems that didn't require such understanding, and progressed really over the last 20 years from there. In the place that I worked at, we had facilities for housing dogs and for having clients come into the centre with their dogs. So from that point of view, it was interesting to see not only the varied types of aggression, but equally we could test those dogs in the safety of a private environment, really, that we could have complete control over. And from that point I then started to work at a veterinary clinic in southwest London, and then I moved on. Now I work primarily doing home visits, so going around seeing people in their own home, and whilst both of those have a benefit, I do prefer the home visits simply because when you go into that environment you immediately have lots more information and you can see the way that people live with their dog without having to ask quite so many questions from them.
Okay. So that gave you the experience to start in canine behaviour. What then caused you to want to get a qualification?
And obviously, David, practical experience is critical because that's what we're doing on a daily basis, is working with dogs and owners, so that was essential. I therefore wanted a balance of academic study with my practical experience in order to learn more, really, and also as a marker for when I have clients looking, or people are looking for a canine behaviourist, I wanted them to be assured that I'd had not only the practical experience that I had, but also had achieved an academic qualification too. So I completed a master's degree at Middlesex University some years ago. So I believe that academic qualification is important, but equally, even at the higher levels, whether you've got a BA or a master's degree, it really is the practical experience that you need. That's what makes you good. The academic qualification does not necessarily guarantee your skills within the industry.
Yeah, I agree with you. I understand that the need to have the practical experience as well as the academic experience. Myself, I undertook a PhD in behavioural ecology, and whilst that gave me the professional qualification, it didn't replace the practical experience. What I found is it gave me the ability to be more objective when first analysing behaviour, understanding where it comes from, and then dealing with it. It's the practical experience and the experience, particularly of training, that allows you to combine the two and in the end help your clients. And they want a professional approach. They want to know that the person they're dealing with is actually going to help them with the problem they've got with their dog. So that's very interesting, and thank you very much for coming today
Thank you,
to talk
David.
to me about it.
Thank you.